I got a call a couple days ago. There was a Bigfoot sighting up in this area. A rancher gave me a call and said a guy ran into a store out on the main road from here, saying that he was back here and he had seen a Bigfoot. So he gave me a call, and we're just up here a couple of days after. And looking around, we want to talk to the rancher, and hopefully he can put us in contact with the guy that had the sighting, or maybe he has more details of the guy's sighting, because we would definitely like to get to where the Bigfoot was seen and see if there's any physical evidence of that sighting.
Look how big. Everywhere you turn, you got big old huge.
Yep, that's a moose. But we have some game cameras about 5 miles from where the sighting took place, because this is a place that we keep an eye on. There's a lot of sightings, so we're gonna go and service the game camera, and we're actually bringing a few more back. See if we get extremely lucky.
This is where we actually found that 117-inch print that one day was it?
This is we found footprints here twice. One time in the snow and one time in the spring crossing right here. It's exactly where they were. We casted one here.
Yeah, we did.
Of course, we didn't cast the one in the snow. One in the snow is one of the best looking footprints on film that we've discovered over the years of doing this.
Well, the sidestepping was a little further up, wasn't it? Or was it
It's right here. It sidestepped from between those two trees, right across near where you're at, and it headed off that direction, in the direction of Caleb and Mike.
And we actually caught something just up and around the corner is where it actually ran up, right?
The same day that we found the footprints in the snow.
Yeah.
You know, there are footprints in here that are big and long, like they could have been footprints after the rain, or before the rain.
Like actual bipedal footprints.
Yeah, you know how they do the toe of the hill? Like, you know, you look right here, see how that looks like it's been flattened? That one's been flattened. This one, and then you can see like a heel and a toe. Kind of a movement. Dog!
Yeah.
So now the dog walked on them.
So basically traversing down
Going
down the wash.
Well, it looks like this wash is a good place to keep an eye on the hike up in.
Of course, we wonder if you want to go rather up the wash or out around still.
I'm not walking up this part of the wash. It gets
Hey, look.
freaking gnarly, but
You're the youngin'.
Walk up?
You got the wash.
you don't have to walk up it if you don't want.
It ain't bad though. Fuck, it's clear now. Next, I'll probably walk it. Maybe I'll find a nugget.
All right, mijo.
Yeah, sometimes you'll find arrowheads and stuff in these.
Or bone.
Yeah, Mike found some lamb's ear that's going to seed.
Just like this. Like we showed you in like an earlier program this spring, was the stinging nettle coming on. And this is stinging nettle after the summer. We're getting into September now. So you can see how it's died back. These are its little flowers that have already been spent. But another example is here's lamb's ear growing right next to it. These are the lamb's ears going to seed. And there's still even a young one right here. And if you'll remember, those babies are just like lamb's ears.
And the
And
best damn
yeah.
wild redneck toilet paper.
Yeah,
you'll ever
those are probably the
find.
best you'll find. There it is right there.
Nice and moist too, actually.
Mm-hmm. It's still holding the wetness. It's like wet match.
Yep.
But there you go. That's just later in the season.
And it's sitting right next to thistle.
You know, all of them tend to grow where the ground has been disturbed, especially thistle. Thistle is always a plant that, if the ground's been disturbed by a landslide or digging or something, it's thistles. Thistles are always the first thing that come right in and just set their roots.
Gathering up this stuff, it makes a good pillow too.
Oh man, isn't that cool?
Good bed. It is cool.
I like to rub it on my face. There's an egg.
One of the many great food sources in the area. It doesn't surprise me at all that there was a Bigfoot sighting in this area a couple of days ago. I mean, the acorns are ready for eating. I mean, they're still kind of green, but you see how it's, let me get it back in the view of the camera. See how it's barely starting to go brown on the tip? I mean, to people, that's not right, but the animals start eating them right at this point. So the deer, the bears, the elk, and I'm sure that's why Bigfoot's in the areas, for the berries and the acorns.
And for humans to make them palatable, you gotta boil them down really good.
Yeah, it's one of the nuts that you need to cook somehow, otherwise it tastes like crap. They're really bitter.
Yep.
So people will roast them or boil them.
Boil them down, make them palatable.
Oh, and look down here. Here's some elderberries, you guys.
Oh yeah, there they are.
And look, these are all ripe. Cool. Mike's near some that's gonna be easy for us to eat a few. This area had 3 days of rain and snow, and at the end of that 3 days of rain and snow, it was the last day of it all. That's when that Bigfoot sighting took place.
Sure as heck.
Just peel off,
There's some right there.
take a mouthful and go to town.
They are good.
Little tiny tart, not bad. Like a just before ripe cherry is what it kind of tastes like. So
Yeah. They are good.
But
you
you
can
could-
tell them by the powdery stuff on them. See how when you rub them, they go black?
Yep.
But they've got that powder on. And they come off a central hub like these. They're almost like a shrub.
bush.
Mm-hmm.
The size of the berry reminds me of huckleberries. Huckleberries are really sweet though.
I might have to say, I recommend grabbing a handful.
Definitely. Them are perfect right now too.
Yeah, these aren't gonna last long. The birds and the animals will have this picked clean in a week or two.
Ooh, look at that big old clump hanging right down the dirt on that one. Right there. Just wait to fall off. Here we go. Okay. So you can take some of those. Yeah, you know what I mean. Elderberries.
That's actually filming.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
All day long. I'd have no problem at all eating them.
Oh yeah, dude.
All day long.
Everything good.
Jenny and I found some of these last week, and she ate about 3 of these bushels.
Oh, they're so good. What'd you think, Caleb? They're good, huh?
Last year when I brought Caleb up here in the fall, he ate a bunch of these.
Mm-hmm.
I see a bunch of rose hips down in the bottom of this gully.
Those ones almost look like chili peppers.
More elderberry.
Oh, it's paintbrushes. Indian paintbrush.
A bear could just feast here for days.
Mm.
Acorns, elderberries, and rose hips. You want these ones, Caleb? Yeah, last winter there was a bunch of ice and everything, and Derek slid right down here and caught himself before he went off the edge right here.
See what I'm saying? A little kind of pointed hill and kind of extremely wide, but I mean, a bear? Really, really big bear? I mean, if that is a bear, hind leg bear, the size of that animal stands 8 foot tall. And I'll tell you right now, that would be in fact, it'd be bigger than that. Because I bet you that's probably 9-10 inches long. And you're about a 1+1 on the length of the back foot. So if you got an 8-inch print, you add about another inch to it, and that'll give you about the height of a bear standing on its hind legs.
Yeah, very well could have been a bear. We catch bear on our game cams up here all the time.
That's a huge bear.
Well, we know there's a giant bear up here. We find his tracks all the time.
What do you think, Mike?
You can see them, but it's hard to distinguish.
I still don't think we've caught the really big one on game camera yet.
Coming up here.
You pointed out.
Right here.
Yeah, I see it.
Comes right around here, down, turns about right here, and back up.
I've got a tape measure for you to throw on that.
Something about right where a mid-tarsal would be.
Wait, my camera's not on it. I'm getting you a tape. Here you go.
$14.
Yep, that's consistent with what we find back here a lot. One of them's a 14
to 15.
Uh-huh.
And about 7. Well, actually it's closer to 8. 7.5, 8 inches.
It really disturbed the ground big time there.
Yeah.
A lot more than we are.
It's got to be pretty damn heavy to disturb it that much.
That looks like a den, Mike.
I don't know. See from here because it's right in between two trees, so it's hard to say how big the hole is. There's definitely a hole in there. Right in that shelf rock.
That may well be a bear den.
As you can see, the shelf rock hanging horizontally down the slope.
We see a lot of bear activity back here, including catching them on our game cams. One of the biggest reasons we come up here today is we've been planning on coming up here for a couple of weeks is to find some bones that Les Stroud found and filmed on his Survivor Man Bigfoot episode 6. And he was filming and sat him down, and then we got out of here, and he's like, oh, I should have brought those out because they had some crazy teeth marks in them. that didn't look like the normal pointed teeth of most predators. They were kind of flat. So, you know, I agreed I would come back and look for them, and when we came back a couple weeks later, there was a foot of snow everywhere. So we didn't find them, and now there's a guy that's interested in the dimensions of the teeth. So we're up here looking for them again, and 3 days ago, or 2 days ago, whatever it was, we got contacted that there was a Bigfoot sighting not too far from here, just a few days ago. So that was another reason to get our butts up here and look around.
That's a sweet spot.
Look, you can tell animals have been bedding down back here. It's usually a lot of elk. Oh, dog ate something it didn't like.